This playthrough is rated E for everyone.
How dare you! I'll teach you to push me around. Whoops! My icicle. That's it. I've had it. You don't know who you're messing with. Watch out, Mr. Hand. Now I'm mad.
Now it's time to watch out what happens when you manhandle Zanthia. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the finale of Legend of Kyrandia, Book 2, The Hand of Fate.
I'd like to give that hand a hangnail he'll never forget.
Oh, ooh, hangnails. Ugh. In the last episode, we went through the icy area dressed up as a Yeti, almost got, had a date with a Yeti against our will, and we turned some people into Yetis, and then we solved a Rainbow Bridge puzzle. So now we got the Rainbow Bridge here, and now we need to head on to the Wheels of Fate. Let's see what anything to do. I don't think there's anything to actually click on the screen. You think she'd have something to say. And all we have right now is our magnet and an icicle, because we lost the one from before. We actually don't need this icicle for anything, just,
Ooh, boy, am I mad. I'd like to give that hand a hangnail he'll never forget.
So, yeah, I don't think there's... Okay, well, anyway, let's head to the Wheels of Fate,
So long, Enchanted Forest.
Goodbye.
It's a long, long way to Kyrandia.
Hate to fall down there.
I don't see any animals at all.
I mean, what animals can hit the stratosphere?
I don't see any animals at all.
Do you see anything that could hit the stratosphere, viewers?
The Kyrandian area of Wheels of Fate must be around here somewhere.
You're not gonna have to look too far, Zanthia.
I hope I'm not too late.
Nah, it's a dramatic, but no, you'll get it there in time. Not to spoil anything.
This must be it.
Yeah, we just have to enter this door here. Look at that.
I love blue-collar sculpture.
Yeah, me too. There's something rustic about it.
I've got to find the Kyrandian wheels.
Well, it's gotta be inside there.
I wonder if I'll have to spin them backwards to restore everything.
And this game makes sense to me.
Is that an atom or a planet?
I don't know, both.
Is Gyro Gear loose around here somewhere?
Nice reference to DuckTales.
Wow, that's hot!
Is that for, like something for the sun or whatever? Look at that.
That light beam is too hot to get past.
Yeah. Yeah, and
that light beam is too hot.
Yeah, unfortunately,
to get
we can't do like a
past.
death scene on this thing, so oh well.
Is that supposed to be Father Time?
He looks just kind of like, oh, it's a living.
That looks like a copper reflector.
Copper, huh?
That doesn't look positioned correctly. I'll bet the hand bent it on purpose.
Yeah, it looks like it hits that and then goes into whatever that is.
Wow, that's
hot. And then reflects
hot.
into the door and prevents us from opening it. So
I'll bet the hand bent it on purpose. I've got to. I wonder if I'll have to spin them backwards
to change
to
that
restore
because
everything.
even though it said it was copper, it looks kind of goldish. I wonder if this works on it.
This should do the trick.
Well, there you go. Yep, that's all you needed to do.
That doesn't look positioned. I'll bet the hand
but
bent
nothing
it
you
on.
can do about
You'll
that.
not bother me further.
What is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be the sun or something like that? It's hard to say. She never actually straight up says
Is that
what
an
it is.
atom or a planet?
All right, anyway, let's go inside. When we go inside, there is an audio issue. Like Zanthia has dialogue, but because of the way the sound works in there, she won't say her lines properly. So I'll have to say it here in a second. At least in this next room up ahead.
Kyrandia
Wheels, Kyrandia wheels. Where are you?
wouldn't.
Wouldn't it be neat if this was all just a dream?
I'd swear off.
I swear off blueberries in an instant if it would help.
Would.
Okay. I have heard that randomity is the highest form of order. Okay. I'm trying to remember everything you can click on. Whoops, don't want to do that yet. Yeah, for whatever reason, her dialogue
I have
just...
heard that randomity is the highest form of order.
Okay. Sometimes I can get it to work. Yeah, see, sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it is, so... Can't really tell you why I can get it to work sometimes and other times not. Yeah, the sound editing in this room is
I
pretty
have
bad,
heard
actually.
that
But anyway, let's head up
randomity
this
is
way.
the highest form of order.
It might be the emulation. It might not have been the game itself. It might be the way that this is done, since this uses, I think, the Beast GOG.
At last! My feminine intuition, my mystic's vision.
I forgot it actually.
And the sign on the door.
I forgot it actually works in here.
All tell me that the Kyrandian wheels must be in this room.
Oh, you think? Your woman's intuition, huh? Then it must be here, huh? All right. But I forgot it actually works in here. But yeah, the GOG, the system I'm using this on, uses like the VSCUM system, which is a third-party emulation program that emulates a lot of point-and-click adventure games that don't work on modern computers anymore without it. So it might be the problem with that system, for all I know. But
this one's running okay.
Okay.
This one seems to be running right.
This one's just right.
What a strange factory.
So this, oh, and you can see the island of Kyrandia disappearing, but none of the other islands.
This one seems to be running right.
I guess that's Volcania maybe or something? I'm not sure.
No trouble here.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
And it's in the red, it's right down the middle.
That doesn't look
Looks
good.
like something got broke or whatever.
Aha! This is the poor little fellow that's caused all the trouble.
Who knew that there was just some wheel thing anywhere that if you messed it up, you could destroy a whole island just over the course of however many hours?
Aha! Aha!
It's a little crazy when you think about it.
An empty spindle.
Yeah, it's not spinning properly, so we need a wheel for it.
Aha!
Okay.
This is the poor little fellow that's caused all the... I'd like to see the blueprints for this place.
Yeah, I know it'd be a bit crazy.
I'd like to see the blueprints for this... Okay. It just looks like some part is missing. Gee, could it be the integralator?
All right. But anyway, let's go see if we can find a part to this. So there's only a couple parts in this. The final chapter is pretty short actually. Oh, I guess I could press it. There's nothing to really show. But really, it has one of the more, well, I don't know if I'd say annoying puzzles in the game, but this is it, folks. The Inverted Towers of Hanoi, or the Tower of Hanoi. It's a famous puzzle for those who are unaware of it. You've probably seen it in other games before, point and clicks or a reference. I think Mass Effect had a version of it.
If this is the mechanics room, there must be parts in here somewhere.
Yeah.
This looks like a puzzle I had as a child.
Yeah, so basically what the Towers of Hanoi, for those who aren't aware of it, it's basically a tower puzzle where you have 3 towers with like discs or whatever version you're using on stacked up on each other, and the type of the puzzle is to basically move all the discs onto another section or whatever, but you can't put certain discs on top of one. Like, for example,
this is the mechanics room.
For example, all
there
these,
must be parts
it's hard
in
to
here
see it
somewhere.
here, but these are all discs. So this is a long disc, smaller, 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 smaller. This is an empty disc right here. So what we have to do is move discs from one to the other. And for example, I can't click this one and put it on this one because it's already got a disc on the top. So I'd have to move it over here. And then I couldn't move this disc, the second one, after moving that one on top of that because it's bigger than that one.
This looks like a puzzle I had as a child.
That's the way the puzzle works. So what we have to do is basically clear this one completely and clear this one completely. This one's already completely clear, as you can see there. So all it is a time sink, and it's not a super hard puzzle. It just takes a while to do overall. They leave that for the final puzzle of the game. Pretty much.
If this is the mechanics
there is another
room,
puzzle, but this
there
is
must
the
be parts in
last
here.
big
This
puzzle.
doesn't look like the mechanics room.
No, but I guess this is Kyrandia, so who knows what.
This doesn't look like the mechanics room
and everything like that. So.
This doesn't look like. Locked.
Yeah.
Locked.
Yeah, I was trying to see.
That looks like my friend Larry.
Oh, there we go.
That looks like my friend Larry. That looks like my friend Mo. That looks like my friend Curly.
What a knucklehead. Yeah, those are the Three Stooges for those. I like some of the random pop culture references, although even by the time this game came out, the Three Stooges were an old thing, but love that people remember the classics. Alright, so I'm going to solve this as, well, relatively quickly as I can. So, let's start moving everything, shall we? So, oh, whoops. So,
Locked.
alright.
That looks like my friend. That looks like my friend Curly.
So I have to click on that guy, and it opens his eye, which means I can move stuff. So, all right, let's start moving. Let's start moving discs and everything like that, so I can clear out the color. So what we want to do is we want to get this color to be completely filled on it. So, or well, not blue specifically, but we want to get a specific color for each of these. So, all right.
This looks like a puzzle I had as a child.
If you keep doing that, Zanthia, I'm going to lose my place. So I actually had to write, well, I mean, like I said, I could do this naturally, but I had to write down my notes on this just so I could do this a lot quicker than before. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm just kind of doing it just basically if you just do it the way I'm doing it, it's the fastest way to solve this this puzzle here. And like I said, it's not hard, it's just a time sink. That's all it is. I mean, I guess I like it to an extent, but the reason it can be difficult for some people is just because of the way the puzzle looks. Like, it is kind of off-putting for a second, you know what I mean? Because the way it you can shift stuff back and forth. You probably would get a little confused with the way this Tower of Hanoi works. I mean, the first time I played this, I actually had a bit of trouble because I couldn't really figure out like how the puzzle was supposed to be, if that makes sense. Because it's not straightforward. You'd probably call this the music puzzle of this game or whatever. Because in the last game, there was that music puzzle that if you didn't know about musical theory, then there was no clear...
What? That stick again? I've never heard of a walking stick walking around by itself.
But yeah, we get a stick for efforts. A stick, really? But that's
Locked.
all we had to do to open it. So, but yeah, in that game, you had to be aware of something outside of the game's control to solve a puzzle, which a lot of adventure games were like that back in the day. That's just how it was. Like, you had to have some general knowledge of the world and just certain things, or you had to go research it and come back to the game later. Because these games were designed to play for a bit. If you got stuck at a puzzle, maybe you came back to it later, maybe looked something up, or kind of went through your information and then solved it later. Nowadays, most people, you know, don't do that. They want to be in the first time through. So, you know, so a lot of the designs of old don't work, because most modern game design would say, hey, you need to build the solution somewhere in the game to where it doesn't straight up tell you, but it gives you a pretty good hint of what you're supposed to do. So this one is just based off a puzzle that some people are aware of, but not everyone's aware of.
There must be parts
this is
in here
another
somewhere.
case of, like, hopefully you're aware of how this puzzle is supposed to work without it telling you. That's why when she says it's a child's puzzle as a child.
This looks like a puzzle I had as a child.
Let's now we have to open up this middle one, by the way. This is what I have to do. So, all right, move everything around again. So if I'm quiet for a second, it's just me going through this as quickly as I can. So, and hopefully I don't accidentally lose my spot on my notes. All right, there's the first part. Yeah, we're basically just trying to move these colors around and everything like that. The colors, children, the colors. You know. We're almost there. Only got a few more to go. We've almost got it. Almost got it.
This doesn't look like the mechanics room.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, so.
I hope this is the right part.
Conveniently, the parts are inside there. I don't know if the hand put it in there in the first place or whatever.
Hey, Mr. Stick. Are you following
me? Yeah, that's the
me?
same dialogue. Let's see what this one says.
Spare parts are always hard to get.
Yeah, luckily there's one here. So, all right, that's it for this. So, yeah, that's pretty much the hardest puzzle in the game, really, if you want to consider it that. You know, I said it's more just time-consuming.
That doesn't look...
All right, so all we have to do is just put the gear inside there.
Now I need something to wedge the gear back on.
And then we use the stick to wedge it in. So before you do that, though, you need to save it, because you can't save for the final set of puzzles, which is a couple of choices. And I'll show you what happens if you do it. So, all right, let's do the final confrontation of the game. Let's solve the final little bit by putting this stick in this gear.
Kyrandia is saved. My poor stick.
All right, time to face off against the hand. But let me save before this.
No!
Yeah, if you if you click the options button, the hand insta kills you. So what you have to do is you have to beat the hand, and obviously can't fight him in a one-on-one game, because despite Zanthia putting on her commando outfit, she doesn't have the fortitude to survive the hand, and the hand is based off of ancient wizard god deity thingy. So, and yeah, he captured Marco, so we've got to, so unfortunately, we have to do that scene all over again. But luckily, this game has the click function where we can just go through the dialogue as fast as we can. So, this is what happens if I click this way. Yeah, just squishes my poor body. So, and yeah, Marco's just stuck in there. So, yeah, I guess after he fell, I guess the hand went and grabbed him again and brought him back up here. So, all right. And then let's charge the hand, see what happens this time. And yeah, that's just a way to, you can keep getting slapped, but that doesn't do anything. There's only a couple of options you can do, so. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do, is look this way, so. Alright, now let's do something stupid.
No!
This is probably the part of the game where Zanthia can die the most, which makes sense. It's the final confrontation against the hand. So, I don't know, just something about her just going, no! Like, now you're trying. So yeah, you have to click left. I think the only options are forward, left, and right, I think. I don't think you can... Alright, let's do something stupid again. Oh, Marco's here to save us, but we don't do the right option.
No!
Oh, yeah. Alright. And then, do one more different death scene, so... Skip it, yeah. I'm so glad the game lets you skip the or go through the dialogue like super fast. I wonder if you can actually click on Marco. Nope. Okay. I've forgotten every single variation of it. I didn't think there was too many. Yeah, she doesn't even really have anything to say when you step backwards. Nope, it's considered okay. Yeah, it's considered going the right or whatever. So, all right, cool. But anyway. Let's do one more death. And luckily there isn't a timer, it's just whatever you click next is what you're supposed to do. Whoops, I didn't mean to. Okay, technically there is a timer. Sorry, I forgot. There is a timer in a certain sense.
No!
Oh yeah, it's the same save one there, so. Sorry if I don't remember every single variation, I'm sorry. Alright, let's stay put again just to show it off him squishing us. There we go. This is funny to see a main character die. Too many games are afraid to show death scenes for characters anymore. Although, you know, I say that in like the later Lara Croft games that they did for like when they rebooted it, they had some pretty gruesome deaths for Lara in that, which is pretty crazy. Alright, let's charge. And then let's just stay put again. I think he does the same thing, but let me see. Oh, he's like, come on, come on. You can see Marco keep going, dude, Zanthia, I had it. You're supposed to push him over. You know, the whole, I forgot what they call that with children when someone gets behind them and you shove them over. It's usually used to be.
I'd better not leave anything up in here.
Oh yeah, basically, you know, you can't really leave anything behind, so. Final death scene. We just go a different direction. Yeah, you see Marco crying over the death of Zanthia, so alright. Well, alright, so now that we've seen all the death scenes, or at least as far as many as I can do in the variations, it's time to beat the hand. So, will Zanthia, with the help of Marco, be able to defeat the hand? Well, let's find out, and then let's watch the credits of Legend of Kyrandia, Book 2, The Hand of Fate.
Kyrandia is saved. My poor stick. Ugh, how disgusting.
At least Kyrandia is safe now.
Sure, But I shouldn't have had to do all this in the first place.
Did I hear you say, thanks, Marco, for all your help?
Thanks, Marco, for all your help.
Please stop. You're making me blush.
Okay. I couldn't have done it without you. Happy now?
Come on, sweetheart. Let's go home. I've got 2 magic parachutes hidden outside.
Sweetheart.
And that's it for The Legend of Kyrandia, The Hand of Fate. And there is some cuts, there is some talking before the credits actually roll, so I'll be quiet when those actually start.
That was a close call.
You said it, pal. I, for one, am never going hunting again.
Nothing wrong with hunting as long as you do it for sustenance and food.
How many times do I have to tell you? You're a toad.
What do you think he was, a frog or something like that? But yeah, thanks for Sperry, Gush, and Leg for working on the game, direction, lead programmer, and executive producer.
Oh no, we're out of cheese.
Let's try this earwax. It's orange.
That's so gross. Earwax, man. Thanks for the art management. This game looked fantastic. I loved all the scenes and different locations and everything, and just the pixel art looks great here.
Mommy, when do I get the ivy?
I'm not sure what that joke actually is there, but yeah, thanks for artists for working on all the different characters. Everyone stood out, had their own look and feel, and I loved whoever designed all of Zanthia's outfits.
Get out of here.
Oh, he says shoe, but for some reason it didn't voice that part. Yeah, I guess the farmer had to end up being the scarecrow to scare but he's not a very good scarecrow apparently. Oh, the music in this game was fantastic. Thanks for the sound work, you guys.
You cut and I'll choose.
No, you cut and I'll choose.
So you still haven't eaten that sandwich, huh? And yeah, for the most part, the quality worked. There were a few bugs, but not. You had to it just kind of happened by accident. So, but yeah, for the most part, it worked fine.
I still say it was derivative dribble. You still wouldn't recognize iambic pentameter if it bit you in the arse.
Poetry pirates, they're never gonna work together. But yeah, from what I remember, the box art for this was pretty cool, and the booklet itself worked. But yeah, and that's it. That's all you really get. Unfortunately, you don't really get stuff with like. There's no mention of like. You don't get seen with like Brandon. Yeah, Bonnie Lynn Tops. Thanks for voicing Zanthia. Like she wasn't the best voice actor, but for some reason it worked for the game. Elena Ferrante, Eric Randall. Narrator, His Royal Highness Brandon, King of Kyrandia, Defender of the Kyrogen, Vanquisher of Malcolm, Patron of the Arts, Wearer of the Sandal, Majority Stock Owner, CEO of Timbermist Casual Footwear Inc. The hand was voiced by Michael Kukin. How? But anyway, yeah, the voice work in this game was great. I don't think there's, okay, it's not the best voice work, but I think it really worked. And yeah, the hand has a different thing for each level. He has a different voice. I know that's a joke, but yeah, overall, I think the voice work was good. I mean, yeah, Zanthia is a little off at times, but I think that worked with the charm of the game overall. Yeah, I liked all the different locations, the puzzles. Like, most of them weren't super complicated. I mean, they didn't waste your time like in the first game where you had to run all the way around to get those gems, for example. Yeah, I kind of wish there was an in-cut scene with, like, Zanthia and Marco doing something, or Brandon mentioned, or the other mystics, or what happened with the hand, because the whole idea with the hand and the wizard thing, that never gets brought up again. Maybe if they were going to do a fourth game or something, maybe that would have come back, but there's only 3 games in this series. Yeah, I guess Sun Hand as well. But overall, I really like this game. It's probably my favorite out of the 3, just because of the humor, the art direction. Zanthia, I like Zanthia, and I like her outfit change every single area she goes to. And the characters are great. Like I said, for the most part, most of the puzzles weren't super hard. I mean, yeah, you did have a general idea of, like, just general knowledge, you know, like how the rainbow works, the Tower of Hoi puzzle, and stuff like that. But overall, like just with a little work, you can figure it out. And the game gives you a lot of suggestions on what the solutions to it. The previous game didn't give you so much, so this was a little bit easier in that. And like I said, I like Zanthia a little bit more than Brandon. There is one more game in the series. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I will play it because to finish out the series. But this one's my favorite. And well, I thank you all for watching this game, and I hope you enjoyed Zanthia and her works to save Kyrandia from the hand and everything like that. And thank you, Westwood Studios, for making such a fun point-and-click adventure game. So what happens next? We'll find out next time in Book of Kyrandia 3. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.